Hello, people, and welcome back. Oh, what's this? Welcome back to Jurassic World Evolution 3. It's been a hot minute since we last played this. Yeah, it's been a real busy time these last few weeks, actually, so that'd be why. In the meantime, we have to do a little infrastructure work here, because as it turns out, um, that we need, as it turns out, it would behoove us to improve conditions here on the island. Okay, let me do a little.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Do a little bit of
yesterday,
terrain
our weather
smoothing.
forecast predicts an incoming sandstorm.
Okay, and in the meantime, of course, we need to put one of these right there. And
You in my suite?
Ladies and gentlemen, please shield your eyes and proceed to take cover until the sandstorm has passed.
okay, then. So we have very little to worry about right now. Thankfully, because we only have two species and both of them are land. We only have two species that are land based.
Ladies and gentlemen, the sandstorm has now passed. Please resume your normal activity.
New request received. Doing it up. Okay, understood. Be there soon.
Okay. So we'll let the vet take care of that. Now, while we're taking care of the diseased animals and everything, we can start worrying about how we're going to handle the desire for more marine reptiles here. I mean, for a start, we could probably let the Dunkleosteus breed, which we've got that covered. Um,
Confirming task. It's on the to-do list.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are pleased to welcome a
Okay, then.
Dunkelosseous to the park.
The disease has been handled. So we can start by doing the first thing that will help us. Oh, for God's sakes, game, that's enough. Okay, so let's look at staff center here. I think we may actually need a second staff center. So let's put a second one down right over here. There we go. Now, let's see here. So first, let's let him rest. Now, he says we'll need a combined scientist skill of 70. Well, from what I can tell, the places where we're lowest here is our genetics and our welfare. Hmm. Actually, wait, he's got a higher welfare genetics. And I'll go ahead and add her. Though I don't think we need much for logistics, so these guys will have to wait for now. Okay. Oh, look at that. And all we got to do is increase one single scientist. That's all we have to do. Uh, hmm. Well, his genetics is 6 out of 6, so we can't really train him up much. But we could improve his welfare score. Hmm. Okay, then. Now, let's increase the number of guests in the park. That shouldn't be extremely difficult. All we have to do is all we really have to do is actually make more hotels.
Ladies and gentlemen, for your comfort, we've increased the hotel capacity of the park.
Here, let's give them some upgrades, like additional ranger team and task scheduling.
Drone task assigned.
Why is this one's health so low, though? Oh, it's just dehydrated and hasn't drunk any water. That's all.
I'm asking for your help on this one, not on behalf of the conservation sector, but as a personal favor.
Okay, let's do that research. Since we have the scientists here, we might as well. Yeah, it doesn't hurt us to do that research. Now, I think we should start planning out Okay, you see, the constant need for status checks here is a bit worrying here. Okay, so I'm thinking the first thing we should do here.
There was a time that I put career progression above all else, you know. You have a bright future ahead of you, but don't forget why you're doing it.
Hmm.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are pleased to welcome a to the park.
Actually, you know what? No. Okay. Huh? Why is everything... This is pissing me off. Here.
Out on patrol. No problem. Request acknowledged.
Yeah, there. We just doubled the number of ranger teams.
Patrolling the route. Adding task. Confirmed. Understood.
There. They're still having trouble after that. Ain't nothing we can do. Oh, there's actually something else we could do also. Yeah, they just added in a new dinosaur. If I remember it correctly, it is the only dinosaur ever found in Antarctica. Cryolophosaurus.
Any ecology is made up of an uncountable number of tiny interactions. Everything matters to something else. In our case, this next objective matters to me. Could you take it on?
When they gotta go, we have to give them a place to, go. A restroom is the answer. Build one.
Large drink amenity. Large food amenity. And of course, we'll also need a large shopping amenity too. Um, well, that's odd. I didn't
Ladies and gentlemen, please be advised that our weather forecasts predict an incoming sandstorm.
Okay, now, yeah, we do need to construct a restroom
Please
here.
shield your eyes and proceed to take cover until
We
the
also
sandstorm
need...
has passed.
This needs some work.
Yeah, know what? No. No, we're gonna smooth this. Anyway, emergency shelter should be constructed down here somewhere, anyway. There, that'll work. And then, of course, they do need a restroom.
Ladies and gentlemen, our restroom. Ladies and gentlemen, the sandstorm.
Wow, you're pretty impressive to see in action. Maybe I should be making notes on you instead of the dinosaurs.
Okay, then let's change the product here to better, okay. Yeah, we're definitely meeting their demands now. Let's see, we want something coffee. Okay. We want bean bags. We want fish tanks. We want fossil displays. We want a fountain. All it has to do is go down. It's not actually uncomfortable. It's just dumb. Yeah. Anywho. So now that we've done that and everything seems to be going good there, let's look at this one. Bento sushi, huh? Well, let's see here if we can change the features here to first make this place more appealing. I just constructed this not too long ago and it already needs maintenance. Ain't that just a kick in the teeth?
It's on the to-do list.
Um, Wait a minute. What's the deal here?
Drone returning.
Taking back control. acknowledged. Confirming task. Request acknowledged.
Looks to me that the lagoon hatchery is glitched, so therefore we need to fix it.
I've got a task for you, and as a treat, I'm going to let you decide how to handle it. Thank me later.
There we go. Things working right now. Okay, so let's continue from here. Now, we've basically increased a lot of different things here. We've improved we need to improve the number of guests. I really don't like the fact that all of these different facilities here are all glitched out on this island and everything. I don't like that. But in the meantime, we can start planning for our next operations here. So obviously, I think the first thing we should do is expand our monorail track to include this area up here. Okay, now we'll connect the track up to here. Okay, then we'll connect it again over here. Make sure it passes right over this. Then loops back around. And connects right there. Okay, and now we'll speed up the construction. And in the meantime, we'll make a walking path up there. Okay, let's go this way, 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 and then finally we've attached the piers we have. There we go. And then finally, there. Okay, now we just have to run some minor power lines here, some small substations.
Attention personnel. A new monorail station has opened and guests will be arriving shortly.
And then another small substation here. Okay.
A new monorail station has opened and guests will be arriving shortly.
Now let's see about making a new enclosure. This will be our lagoon hatchery, and obviously we'll need a couple of lagoon viewing platforms. You know, a large substation would probably serve us better, to be honest.
Ladies
There
and
we go.
gentlemen, we have added a new lagoon viewing gallery, ready for you to observe our marvelous marine reptiles.
And then, of course, we're going to need a maintenance facility here. And a response facility, of course, also.
Ladies and gentlemen, please be advised that our weather forecasts predict an incoming sandstorm. Ladies and gentlemen, please shield your eyes and proceed to take cover until the
Area being patrolled.
attention.
Yeah, you see, that's the issue with this site. The frequent sandstorms. Yes, the frequent sandstorms. Anyway. Oh, an injury. Just great. Just what we need. Okay, he handled the injury.
Ladies and
So, we have 4 dunkles, 4 chronosaurs, 6 ichthyosaurs, 3 plesiosaurs, but we don't have a megalodon, a mosasaur, or any attenboroughsaurs. So I think we should start with attenborosauruses. Hold on. Okay, yeah. Let's make it something bright and interesting here. Okay. Now let's look at some traits here. Well, obviously we want them as humble as possible here. Um,
Commencing synthesis procedure.
oh yeah, we should probably do advanced equipment and extra scientists, yeah. In the meantime, let's look at our staff center here. Okay. Well, obviously we want a male. An infected food source, huh?
Let's get this feeder cleaned.
Research. Salmonella medication, huh?
Heading on patrol. Request acknowledged. Understood.
Actually, yeah, I should probably put a maintenance post here so that everything in the immediate area will definitely get maintenance.
Out on patrol.
And oh wait, yeah, it needs fish, right? Yeah. So we obviously got to give them a couple of marine fish feeders.
The incredible Attenboroughsaurus was named after naturalist and documentarian David Attenborough. It would be an honor having any prehistoric animal named after you, let alone this majestic reptile. This site has a celebrity in its midst.
Well, you know, that's the interesting thing, though. While David Attenborough was the famous documentarian, Richard Attenborough was John Hammond.
Stop.
I think that this would be a good exhibit to have some more ichthyosaurs in, because, to be honest, the other ichthyosaur exhibit is very small and rather lame. I'd even go so far as to say it's a little undersized for a marine exhibit. But in the meantime, let's go on and make another enclosure here. Yes, we'll build another lagoon hatchery here. And, of course, assign a ranger team to it.
Acknowledged.
Now, this one, on the other hand, is not going to be for a pleasant creature. This one's going to be for a predator. Another lagoon viewing gallery here.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have added a new lagoon viewing gallery, ready for you to observe our marvelous marine reptiles.
Let's make a megalodon. Actually, it'd probably be easier if we made it in this hatchery. Look at the genes. Actually, I think I already did this for him. Yep, I did. Let me look at, let him rest. Yeah, he's quite overworked here.
Ladies and gentlemen, our restroom is now open to use for whenever nature calls.
Hmm. I wouldn't mind releasing some ichthyosaurs to go in this exhibit also. But unfortunately, our scientists are so busy right now that it would probably be very difficult. Now, once that one's done, we'll make a male. All right, all right, all right. Come on, come on, come on.
complete. Incubation personnel, please stand by.
All right, let's release it. Whew.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Mm-hmm. All right. So this seems to be a good place to stop right here. So until next time, this has been an MO7 production. I have been Moretti, and I will see you all in the next episode. Goodbye.